Hello, in this example we'll use rules of exponents to simplify this algebraic expression. So let's start with the first one. The way I will do this is I will take this -3 and I will multiply by every exponent inside parentheses. Keep in mind 3 has exponent 1, 4 has exponent 1. So I will do -3 times 1, -3 times 2, -3 times 1, -3 times -3. So my first parentheses will look like 3 to the -3rd, a to the -6th, and then divide that by 4 to the -3rd times b to the +9. Divided by, now I'm going to do the same thing with the second parentheses, so 9 is to the first power, b is to the first power, 4 and c are all to the first power. Multiply all the exponents by -2. We're going to get 9 to the -2nd, a to the +4, b to the -2nd, and in the bottom it's 4 to the -2nd, c to the -2nd. The next thing I will do is I'll take these bottom numbers here and I will bring them to the top of the first fraction. So I'll put this in parentheses, so I'll have 3 to the -3rd, a to the -6th, and then by bringing negatives up they will become positive exponents. So 4 to the 3rd times, now this positive exponent will bring it up, so it will change to negative exponents, so b to the -9. We're going to divide all that by the second part, and we're going to do the same thing here. So we'll have the top stays the same, 9 to the -2 times a to the 4th times b to the -2, but the bottom numbers we bring them up, so it's going to be 4 to the +2 times c to the +2. Now we're doing division here, so that means we need to subtract exponents. But before I do that, let's look at what we have. We need to look for things with the same base. So a we have in both parts, b we have in both parts, number 4 we have in both parts, but we don't have a c and we don't have 3. So we have to be a little bit creative here. Although I don't have a c term here, I can always say that this whole expression I can multiply by 1, and if you remember, any exponent to the power of 0 is 1, so I will rewrite as 3 to the -3rd times a to the -6 times 4 to the 3rd times b to the -9, and now I'm gonna add our fake term that just equals 1, but we're gonna call it c to the 0 because anything to the 0 does equal 1. So that will help us. So that's the first parenthesis, and then we divide that by the rest. Now, before we move on, I want you to look at that 9 to the -2nd. We can really write that as number 9 is 3 to the 2nd, and then we can raise that to -2, so it really is 3 to the -4. So I'll use different color here as well. So instead of writing 9 to the -2nd, I will write 3 to the -4 because that has absolutely same value. The rest of the expression I'll just copy, so that's a to the 4th times b to the -2nd times 4 to the 2nd times c to the 2nd. Okay, now it's going to be a little bit easier. So we'll go term by term. So we have 3 here and we have 3 here. Base is the same, so we keep that, but we subtract exponents. So -3 minus -4. Next part is a and a. Again, we have same base, which is a, different exponents, and we're multiplying, so negative 6, I mean we're dividing, so negative 6 minus, we have negative 6 minus 4 here. Okay. The next thing we have is 4 to the third, and we have 4 to the second. Again, same base, 4. Subtract the exponents, 3 minus 2. Next we have letter b, so b to the negative 9, b to the negative second. Again, same base, b, subtract exponents. Negative 9 minus negative 2. And finally, we have our last term, which is c to the 0 and c to the second. So again, c to the power of 0 minus 2. Let's simplify this and see what we get. After we simplify, this whole thing equals to 3 to the negative 3 plus 4 times a to the, what do we have? We have a to the negative 6 minus 4. So that's negative 6 minus 4. Next we have 4 to the 3 minus 2 is 1. Next we have b to the negative 9 minus minus 2, that's negative 9 plus 2. And then we have c to the negative second. Let's simplify some more. So that's going to equal 3 to the power of negative 3 plus 4 is just 1. So 3 to the first times a, negative 6, negative 4, that's negative 10. A to the negative 10 times 4 to the first times b to the power of negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7. And finally c to the negative second. So let's look at 3 times 4. Well, that's 12. And then we have times a to the negative 10, b to the negative 7, and c to the negative 2. We could leave this answer in this form, but on our paper they want us to do some different form. No negative exponents. So what we're going to do is just write this as fraction divided by 1. So in that case, the 12 stays on top and all the letters go to the bottom. So if we push these negative exponents downstairs, they will all turn into positive exponents. So it's 12 divided by a to the 10th times b to the 7th times c to the second. And that is our answer.